What's up, gang? Mic check 212. What it do? Thank you for coming over from the old TikTok. We did a few reaction videos on TikTok before we went live over here on Twitch. Hope you guys like that. We were just surfing around the old reef talk. Parrotfish, what's good? Jackie Blue, what's good? Fish Guy, what's good? Punani, Gifting Center, what's popping? She's like, I'm trying to make it through the shipping day myself, right? All right, check it out. It's Saturday night. I don't know what y'all are on. We're going to do about an hour of streams, nothing too crazy. Maybe you're out there watching the UFC. What else is going on tonight? What up, Everton? Is there basketball on tonight? I don't know. So let's get it rolling. You're right, baby. Let's go. We're a little bit late here anyway, so let's get it rolling. Let's start right now. Let's start it right now, baby. We got a splatter hammer. You know what it is. We're going 20 bucks. Daddy wants to smoke one. Light up the sky. It's getting a little low. It's getting a little low. Gonna have to do a refill. What up, Punani? Chill stream tonight. I got the glasses on. We ain't straining the eyeballs. What up, Reefing with G? Let's go. Thank you guys for chilling. We had a good stream last night. We did an hour of zoanthids, which I didn't get through as many as I thought I would. Shocker. That's okay. Tonight, we're going to actually do, if you're in the Elite Club, you're going to get 2 spins tonight. So make sure you let me know. If you win and you're in the Elite Club, that's going to be a big deal. I feel like tonight's going to be some steals and some wheels. You still got time to join the Elite Club right now. Posted some flower numbs in the Elite Club today. You'll start to see some more posts in there tomorrow. Everton, get over to the Twitch channel, baby. That's where we need you at anyways. So I've been out of it. Got shingles? Bro, I've never even heard of shingles until I was probably like 20-something years old. I worked at the fish store, and this kid was like, on his shins, would get shingles. I'm like, what the fuck is a shingle, dude? Garrick, and you know Garrick is triple vaxxed up, dude, with every type of damn booster he could get, too. So how the hell does that happen? Let's go. Shit's brutal. I got it on my chest. Yeah, see, I don't know anything about it. Is it, like, related to, like, chicken pox? Is it from being gay? I'm just talking shit tonight, dude. He said yes. Yes and yes. Oh, dude. Well, you play with the devil, dude. You gonna get your tongue forked, baby. Hopefully you recover, man. I don't know. What do you do for shingles, you know? Call a roofer? I don't fucking know, dude. He's got the gay shingles. Hey, that's better than being single with shingles. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's what's worse. Got them single shingles, dude. Deuces, what up? All right, first one of the night. Look at us, dude. 5 minutes in, we're calling the first of the night. 35 bucks on a splatter green branching hammer. I saw some other vendor talking about, we got the best prices on the internet. I said, bitch, where? The gingles. The gaggles. All right, I guess we're going to have to ask ChatGPT. What is shingles? How can our buddy Garrick get rid of them? And does it have anything to do with him being gay? Semi-troll? I wasn't trolling anybody. Let's see what ChatGPT says, y'all. All right, how do we read it out loud on the computer? I never remember. Here we go.
What is shingles? Shingles is a painful skin rash caused by the varicella zoster virus, the same virus that causes chickenpox. After you recover from chickenpox, the virus lies dormant in your nerve tissue. Years later, it can reactivate as shingles, often showing up as a band or patch of blisters on one side of the body, usually the torso or face. How can Garrick get rid of it? Shingles typically lasts 2 to 4 weeks, but early treatment can reduce symptoms and complications. Here's what Garrick can do. 1. See a doctor ASAP. Antiviral meds like acyclovir, valacyclovir, or famciclovir work best when started within 72 hours of the rash appearing. 2. Pain relief. OTC meds like ibuprofen or acetaminophen, or stronger prescriptions if needed. 3. Cool compresses and calamine lotion help soothe the rash. 4. Rest and avoid stress. Stress can worsen symptoms. 5. Avoid contact with vulnerable people, like those who haven't had chickenpox or are immunocompromised. Does it have anything to do with him being gay? No. Shingles is caused by a reactivation of a virus, not by sexual orientation. Anyone who's had chickenpox can get shingles. However, immunocompromised individuals, which can include people with HIV/AIDS or on certain medications, have a higher risk, but being gay in itself has no connection to shingles. If you're joking around with Garrick, give him some love and remind him that shingles sucks, but it's treatable, temporary, and not a reflection of anything beyond a cranky old virus acting up.
All right, well, I learned something. I don't know if you guys did. I learned that you don't get shingles from being gay. So that's pretty cool, man. So a lot of you guys don't really have to worry about it no more. But it does sound like it sucks, dude. I feel like if you're an adult, though, like, why are you still getting chickenpox, bro? Like, you got like a little kid body or something, dude. You need some fucking man antibodies, dude. You want me to fucking spit in your box next time, dude? You should talk to your doctor ASAP. Let's go. AJ, what's up, baby? Stu in the house. Gail, what's good? Thank you guys for popping in. So yeah, make sure you talk to your doctor. So anytime you guys want to learn anything, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Can't get shingles from being gay. I know a lot of you guys were worried about it. I was worried for you. D-Man, what up? Yeah, never had it. Did have chickenpox, though. I still remember when I had chickenpox. I was probably like, man, I don't even know what age. 10, 12, something like that. You know? That was weird. Why didn't it work? It's exclamation point raffle. There we go. It's over halfway full. It's summertime, bruh. Shit is slow right now in our industry. This is the slowest time of the year for us. It's taking a little bit longer to fill up some raffles and stuff. Don't you worry, it'll get full. Any unboxing clips coming soon? Yeah. Let's go. All right. First release of this ACAN. Like I said, it's kind of a shit picture. It says you actually look like a coral dealer with those glasses. I mean, looks can be deceiving, though. You know what I'm saying? My contact was bothering me for some reason today, so I was like, you know what? Saturday, summertime, ain't nobody gonna see me tonight. We'll wear the glasses. We're Clark Kent tonight. We're not Superman. Show you a little vulnerable side. Don't worry, parrotfish. This is as vulnerable as it's gonna get. Okay, blunts rolled. 45, going once, going twice. Let's call this bad boy. You ready? Gifting center, here's what we're going to do. First one of the night, or second one of the night, 50% off. That's how I'm feeling tonight. Our Kush community is so good to us, man. Let's go. That's the first release of that A-can right there. What up? Everybody's kind of trickling on in. Appreciate you guys popping in. Didn't realize that picture, like I said, came out so shitty. But that's okay. Let's see what else we got. Maybe I need glasses. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Where's everybody at? We got some people in here. Okay, I think we can let the hands fly. Check this out, y'all. This is a really cool frilly mushroom. There might be a baby on there too. Didn't calculate the data when I seen the baby on there. I don't know, man. I think this thing is going to color up something real nasty. We are going 80 bucks on this one. If you want an unknown magic carpet type, frilly mushroom type, bud smoker, what's good? Yeah, bro, grow this one out. I'm pretty sure there's a baby on there. I don't know why I took the video so quick. It's fucking looping out like crazy. Oh yeah, there's definitely a baby on there. That's not like a separate rim, or it's not the rim or whatever, but really nice piece right here, man. You know me, I'm a sucker for magic carpets. Not that this is a magic carpet. Dude, I got burned by this fucking, the guy that I got all those shitty bounce mushrooms from. He's like, hey, do you want 2 really nice magic carpet mushrooms? I'm like, yeah, it's my favorite mushroom. I overpaid for them, but it was because he owed me some money from the shit bounce mushrooms. I'm like, whatever, I'll take them. Dude sent me 1 regular frilly mushroom, bro. It's like a freebie. Like I would have gave it away as a freebie. So fucking aggravated, dude. Don't buy from some of these idiots that you come across, man. If they haven't been around, if they don't have a business page, if they haven't been around for a couple years, if they don't know how to ship, yeah, you're telling me. And I know he was trying to make up for the losses. Like, hey, man, I owe you a couple thousand. I'll give you these 2. I get it, dude. I understand the game. At least I'm getting something, you know? I would have rather him just not even sent it. These, on the other hand, come from our supplier in California, Route 66. They do some pretty original, unique stuff. This thing is nasty. Gonna take 25 years to get back right at that rate. Dude, I just basically cut my losses with that guy and said, I don't really ever want to talk to you again. You know? What can I do? Lesson learned? Yeah, man, it sucks. That was a different guy than the guy that I had the fucked up bounces from. That guy didn't really do anything wrong, in my opinion. Maybe he could have sealed those mushrooms up a little bit better. But he can't account for a 3-day delay from UPS. The other guy, there was no excuses, bro. It literally was on time and everything. $95 going once. Just ordered a Aquascape from Chandler. Chandler. Is that the guy who does the rocks? I think Jackie won a little rock from him. Can't vouch for anybody. I don't know what those people do. I'm sketched out when it comes to buying man-made rock from people. That's just my opinion. I'm an old school reefer. Flashy Gordy, what's good? I'm an old school reefer, man. I use real live rock. Not a big fan of fake artificial rock. I feel like a lot of people get leeching stuff. And I'm not talking about him. I don't know him. But I don't want somebody watching and be like, oh, I'm going to do that too. Bobby approves. Bobby doesn't know. Went to his house to pick it up. Good guy. Well, that doesn't mean that the product doesn't leach anything, that he's a good guy. But from what I've seen on Facebook, I do recognize that he was from Tyan's group. Why don't people like regular live rock? That's what I've been using for about 25 fucking years. You know, it's crazy to turn into the old guy. You know what I'm saying? Just all of a sudden, I turned into the old guy. Like, it just overnight. Get off my yard. Live rock, natural look, natural bacteria. It's hard to find live rock. You know what? You're probably right about that, dude. Most fish stores don't sell live rock. It's all a bunch of bullshit, man-made stuff. So you're probably right about that. It's probably much harder. Back in the day, dude, let me tell you a little something about working at a fish store, bruh. Ain't nothing better than getting about 8 boxes of live rock from Fiji, taking a big breath in, inhaling that shit, dude. Smell like a fucking summer day. Just a straight up summer day. You feel me? Let's go with the cheapie, 10 bucks. Yeah, dude. You come in, you open those, dude, you open those fucking boxes, you don't know what you're gonna get. Some mermaid's cup macro algae, some dendros, a fucking shamefaced crab ready to pinch your face off. You didn't always get the good stuff. You got to get the, it's just like life, dude. Some of y'all are too damn picky, dude. Oh, I love everything about my man, but that pair of jeans he was wearing, I got to move on. You got to take the good with the bad, dude. You got to see a week later what crawl out of it. Man, a shrimp or two. Yeah, but you'll be all right. That's the fun of reefing, dude. That's the problem with all these fucking new reefers, dude. Fucking sterilizing every goddamn thing. Got the best equipment. Got a fucking computer running their fucking reef tank, dude. Can't keep the algae gone. If I see another motherfucker out there giving advice that can't keep a goddamn tank together for 6 months, I'm gonna fucking go off. So much magic in those old rocks, dude. And then you sit on them for 20 years. Dude, I tell you what, my rock is so old, bro. Let me tell you something, Reefer. My rock is so old, bro. You put a fucking brown zoanthid in it, that bitch will turn into a strat. That's how good that old live rock is, dude. I'll turn a fucking, I'm like Jesus turning water into wine, dude. I'll turn a fucking proto-paleo into a fucking strat. Them young whippersnapper reefers, they trying to buy all their bacteria in a bottle. Bitch, bacteria needs oxygen. You out there buying goop soup in a bottle. You know what I'm saying, Benny Wise? Can't tell if that goes in your damn aquarium or they gonna sell it to you for a couple of fucking, what is the rupees? 17 rupees. Let me get Daka. Daka, 1. But that's all right. I say it all the time. There's more than one way to skin a cat. You know. Nowadays, there's a million different things. There's literally methods. Some of you guys are moonshine method people. You guys do the moonshine method. There's literal methods now that are like businesses. So it's definitely changed over the years, man. It's been crazy. Good ways, bad ways, you know. My latest tank is Dead Rock, sad in a way. Well, Dead Rock is just the morning before it becomes live rock. You know what I mean? It's the yin to the yang. Now, you can take live rock out of a tank and let it dry. And then when you put it back in, dead rock. Not only dead rock, but it's going to leach some ammonia off. But it'll become live again. Let's go, Reefer. But yeah, don't throw away your live rock, man. I've even got some rock that I can't use now because I don't have enough tanks. I'll never throw my old live rock away, dude. Mikey says Chandler Rocks is great. Bought a huge escape from them last year. Bought the live rock from somebody we're not giving them any clout to. Came in wet. SWA, I don't even know who that is. Bro, you're out here giving multi-clouts in one goddamn sentence, dude. That's got to be some type of fucking penalty. You should know better, of all people, dude. 3 Paula of Emerald on Fire. I love this particular strain of Emerald on Fire. It is so bright and doing so good It's doing awesome. Sells forks. Mikey, you're about to get fucking put on mute. You keep giving out all these goddamn links and shit. What the fuck's wrong with Mike? What did I do to Mikey? Never did anything to this guy. Gives me the harshest criticism. Comes in the chat. All my fucking praising all my enemies. Says they don't sell core. I don't think you're right about that. But that's not a chance I'm willing to take either. Shame. Boo you whore. What up? Just got the kids to bed? Oh shit. Funky time going on. What's good? 25. SWA sells garbage ones. You're still trying to give them that clout, dude. They don't have the Kush Coral's approval to be on the stream. What if they don't sell good equipment? Kush Coral sells equipment too, huh? I don't see you on their stream shouting us out. Matter of fact, who shared this stream so far today, huh? 0 of you. I get it though. I wouldn't want to share where I get my cheapest corals and wheel spins either. Says, bro, just stop. He don't know the word stop, dude. They call him no consent cologne. Mikey, no consent cologne. Kush Coral's got nice mushroom boxes. Exactly. Exactly, dude. His mom didn't beat his ass. I don't know, dude. Mikey's Puerto Rican. I feel like he got his ass whooped plenty. And I'm pretty sure his wife's Puerto Rican, so he's probably still currently getting his ass whipped a lot. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my Puerto Ricans. You know, what up, Mikey? What up, Mike Jones? Mikey Colognes. Dude, I'll fucking bust out a rap with these names up in here, you know? Call me Reef the 5'9". Mikey's been picking up some really good, I moved something, not Mikey, Mike Jones has been picking up some really good killer deals. I moved something you bought today, and I seen the price, and I was like, God damn. Robbed. Not on Travis's level. Travis been working and having surgeries. Shout out to Travis, man. I hope he's doing good. I know he's got to get some surgeries. You know that guy's had like fucking 17 back surgeries. He's had like, I don't try to put his stuff out there. I don't think he cares, but like, dude, he's had different cancers and fucking all. Dude, Travis is a very unique human being, man. The Amazeballs. Yeah. You got something else though that you got for real cheap yesterday. Yeah, because of Mike Jones, he got the Mike Jones got the Amazeball for so cheap, he made everybody else's price on the Amazeballs go up because I have to make up for that deficit, you know? I had to call in Elon Musk to figure out how to fucking make that deficit work, dude. It was a small, beautiful bill. Is anybody watching the UFC fight tonight? I do know that Sugar Sean, my boy Sugar Sean, fighting tonight. Here's a pretty Ghani that's not like a insane rainbow or anything like that. Pikachu's, that is what it is. Blue to blue-green. Nice piece. I wish I could do these better. I can't. These are maricultured Ghani, 60 bucks. This picture actually doesn't do it justice. This one does look better in person. Birdman in the house. Birdman JR. What up, dude? Saw videos of LA today. It's wild. What's going on in LA? I maybe caught that there was a protest and that like an officer ran over or hit a protester. Mikey says it's on fire. Well, it sounds mostly peaceful. ICE riots. Oh, okay. So they're like rioting the deportations is what they're rioting. Shit, dude, everybody's been affected by the raids, dude. You haven't seen Adler in the stream, have you? Since Tom Holman got off. I gotta stop, dude. Fire from protest or wildfires? I don't know. I'm learning. I get my news from you guys. Did you peep the new Epic Games trailer where black people are stealing their artifacts back? No. Is that what the game's about? I feel like you picked out a shocking headline part right there. Super woke. Dude, no, you didn't. He said, I laughed. Dude, that's what I'm talking about, man. When you can get Mike Jones to laugh, you know the sophistication of the comedy is fucking high, baby. It's true. I thought it was fake. What artifacts? Black people stealing their artifacts back. I'm for all people stealing their artifacts back, dude. Sorry, your Tang ended up dying. Oh, the Tang in the... Really? So, I seen that Tang, and as soon as I played that video, no lie, I played that video for about 2 seconds. And I could see from the fins that something was kicking that guy's ass. Half off, too. He was half off. I don't know why that made me laugh. Little bastard was half off. Well, a dead fish ain't worth nothing, but 75, let's go. His fins were fucked. So was that like that before you got him? Or was that, when was that? 75, gifting center, let's go. Elite members get 2 spins tonight. That's all night long, by the way, 2 spins. Yeah, that was a rainbow chalice. Really nice. And I got a bunch of other chalices too. He was beat up for sure. Yeah, I'm just assuming that you have another Tang in the tank. And he was probably fighting him. That's just what I assume. That was like on a 2-second, you know. Tangs do not like new tank mates. And they do not like, what up OTD? They do not like weaker tank mates either. If they can sense, they're like me, dude. Tangs are like me. If I could sense any type of weakness, dude, of anybody that's going to try to eat the food I'm eating, I'm going straight to the jugular, bro. Straight to the motherfucking jugular, okay? That's what we doing. Bro, I need Timmy to come and cut these down because these are kind of pricey as they are, but it is what it is. Dude, I'm on an Asian A-can kick right now. My shit is popping with Asian A-cans. So a blue hippo tang, totally different body shape. Okay? So a blue hippo tang is not necessarily going to get into fights with your other tangs. You've got the yellow tang body shape. Zebra soma, yellow, purple, scopus, gem tang. That body shape will definitely fight with each other. Especially if one is newer, one is weaker, one is smaller. If there's only 2. Same thing with the other body shape, which is what you have, is you have the bristle mouth body shape. I believe is what it was, right? It was a Tomini Tang or something like that. They'll fight with each other. So it's about the species being the same or similar. And if your Tang is already established, he's already good to go. He knows every nook and cranny of the fucking tank. These are called awesome blossoms. The bristle-tooth died. So the bristle-tooth is the same body shape, and they will definitely fight with each other. And I couldn't tell you how many times I've heard this. A lot of newer people in the hobby will say, no, they were buddies. They were getting along fine. If a fish, this is how a Tang gets along with another Tang. Never fucking looks at them ever. If they're by each other ever, that is aggression, dude. They ain't fucking talking and communicating and passing blunts back and forth. They're fighting. They're harassing. They're just giving them a little elbow to the gut. You know what I'm saying? Never interacted. That's 100% them getting along. A blue hippo tang is like basically its own species of tang. It's different from the rest. They will fight with each other a lot of times if you put two blue tangs together. Tangs are relentless too, by the way. They will not stop until they end up killing the other one. Sometimes it just lasts forever because they can't do enough damage. The more aggressive one is much smaller. He doesn't really get too beat up too bad. Sometimes that will last. That's why it matters on the order that you put the tangs into the tank. If you put the most aggressive tang in first, you're going to have a really hard time adding any other tangs that look like that fish. But if you put the weakest one in first, and then you put the meaner ones in later, you have a better shot. But even then, in a smaller tank, they typically start fighting around. So 75 on the Awesome Blossoms going once. Loops around my arc in the Rockwell. He's entertaining. That may not be anything. But when tangs are next to each other, they're fighting 100% for sure. Whether it can do enough damage to kill them, you know, that has to do with a lot. That has to do with how hardy that specific tang himself is, you know. Stay away from purple. They're just plain assholes. But see, you'll have another purple tang that's kind of just a chill fish, you know. Will a yellow bristle and hippo be okay in a 150? They're all different body shapes. You should be totally fine. If you for sure want to disperse any aggression, maybe add them in at the same time. I'm not mad at that. But if you can't do that, here, hang on, let me pick the next piece. If you can't put them in at the same time, what you're going to want to do is when you get new fish in, this is a 3-head blasto. If you're going to put new fish in and you're worried about aggression, go in your tank and move a bunch of rocks around. Change up the aquascape and put the new fish in that day. This makes the old fish less likely to just beat the crap out of this new fish. And it also makes the new fish be looking for caves and areas just like the old fish, if that makes any sense. Hammerhead, I know the one tang that you ain't got. Poontang. Let's go.
No, 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 no.
Hey, trust me, that's the most difficult kind anyways. The hardest one to satisfy, all right? Pretty fucking expensive too. Let's go. Find me a chevron. Tough find. Chevron tangs, in my opinion, totally overrated. Because who wants a fish that gets way uglier over time? Like when it's a baby, it looks awesome. Chevron babies, one of the coolest fish ever. But it's not going to take long for it to grow out of that and just go blah, you know? Gifting Center, cleaning house tonight, dude. 2 spins all night in the Elite, too. Koi tangs, super awesome, expensive. One of my favorite fish, though. Dude, have I heard of one? Let me see. I think I sold one for like $5 grand 12 years ago or something like that. That's how long I've been doing this shit. Crazy. It was probably the first time I ever had a fish that I was actually pretty worried about. Like, man, this guy wanted 2 of them, by the way. You want to see the dopest A-can? It's so hard to capture this one because it's so fucking bright. I only got this one, by the way. We get these from time to time. This one's nasty. You can get them for like $500-600 now. Koi tanks, really? That doesn't surprise me. Back in the day, though, this guy, he was this rich-ass dude, and he wanted 2 of them. And I was like, I can get them for you. I got these 2. They're fucking super nice. Or I can get these 2. He's like, the only thing is you got to keep them for like 6 weeks. And I was like, man, I think I paid like $3,500, and I think we charged him like 48 or something like that. I don't remember, but it was like, it was worth it to be like, all right, let's do it. It's a big bid. It says starting bid is 80. Birdman threw 300 on it. That doesn't seem right. Fat Finger, 300 for the Tang. Maybe when you're in the middle of an auction, let's say you're in an auction in real life and you're in with the people who are bidding, maybe don't go like this. I'm just giving you a hard time. 300 for a koi tank. That seems like you're kind of low balling it, dude. I don't think so. Let's see. I really don't think so. People be doing that all the time, dude. They'll be like, I saw one guy on Craigslist that had one for 300, and they'll tell people that shit's 300. There is no way. Koi tang, $500, $1,000, $2,200. They're kind of all over the place. So yeah, I don't know. But I'm out of the fish game, so I really don't know anymore. Most places are around 5. So then they're probably paying 300 or so for the fish. And you know, here's a shocker. I know some people, anti-capitalist people, they think that fish stores pay 300 for the fish and they should charge 300 for the fish. You know, not exactly how that works. Would you get a gem or a koi? So me personally, I would get a koi. See Weezy, what up? Normal Scopus. Yeah, koi tangs changed to normal Scopus. I've never seen that. I've had giant Scopus tangs that were beautiful, crazy colors. I personally like them better than the gem tang. To me, the gem tang looks like a black tang with ick. But I think they're both cool. I mean, I love that family of fish anyways. You know what I mean? Had them change back? That's crazy. I mean, I guess I've never had one long term. But I guess I just assumed the ones I sold were so big and they were so pretty. Maybe in aquarium life they do that. That's pretty wild. But I would say this, man. Every gem tang looks the same. Looks like a gem tang. Every koi tang is pretty unique. So yeah, I don't know. For me personally, I think I would pick the koi. Just also, like I said, I have that nostalgic story about being one of the really expensive fish that I sold before. So I would want to do that. 2 spins, Elite Club. AJ, what up? Gems are cheaper and easier to keep. I don't know. I would say they're both the same. See, the thing is this too, is a lot of you guys will base your opinions on what you've had. Makes sense, right? It's your own personal experience. The problem is that most of you have never even had 2 of those particular fish. So it's like saying like a Cocker Spaniel acts this way. And it's like, well, I've had 6 Cocker Spaniels. There is a big difference in them. There's some general traits that everybody would probably agree on, you know what I mean? But there are a lot of different ones. And I just think a lot of people get a skewed. It would happen all the time with like mandarins. A customer would come in, they'd buy a mandarin, they'd kill it, and they'd tell everybody online, mandarins are super hard to keep. And it's like, you got one. You know, like that one maybe was. That's why I think when you're getting a judgment, you want to judge somebody who's had multiple ones of it to give you a little bit of a better idea. And it depends on the person too. I'm more conservative. So if I tell you guys something, it's leaning on the conservative edge of it. I tell people don't do flame angels, don't do coral beauties. You know, I'm a risk taker, money maker, but not when it comes to certain fish. I don't know what these O's are, man. There's so many different morphs of salted agaves. Back in my day, I'm an old school reefer. It was salted agaves, seductions, magicians, white zombies. Now I don't know what the kids are calling them nowadays. This is my version of RFK answering that question. Okay, you ready? I really couldn't tell you what it's called anymore. I've seen those ones called Warlock. Like, never heard of that before. Man, I love my Flame Angel. So far, I've been a model citizen. Well, and does, you know, all the books will tell you that they're hit or miss. For me, I got badass corals, bro. I'm not trying to risk it. I don't want a Flame Angel to pick on a Master Scully or some of my Acans or something. I've been doing it so long that I don't want the headache of having to rip down my tank, move shit around, catch a fish. It ain't gonna eat the cheap shit. You ever seen a fish go rogue and just eat the corals you don't really care about? Never, dude. It's going for anything that you call a holy grail, bro, first. First bite. So I just don't risk it. That's all. I'm even getting pissed off with clownfish now. I had to move my bounce mushrooms around because my clownfish are hosting in the fucking bounce mushrooms, dude. You want to see something sick? Off rip, this doesn't look like the coolest Ghani, right? Give it a little wave. Bruh. I fucking like this piece a lot. Pretty good size, too. My clowns won't host shit. Bro, I can't put them in with the Ghanis. I can't put them in. I had to catch one out of the Acantho tank. Carpet mushroom, that makes sense. But I mean, it was getting to the point where it was killing them. Is it long tentacle? I'll tell you what, I don't really know what that means when people ask that about Ghanis, especially wild ones, because it's like, they're wild. They haven't been in an aquarium long enough to see more than what the video is here. If you're asking if it's a Bernardopora, no, it is a regular Ghaniopora. But this is a wild caught piece, bro. This could turn into fucking the next unicorn taint $1,000 Ghani, or it could turn into a brown turd with short tentacles. I don't know. But with a piece like this, I was willing to take the risk. It's pretty fucking cool. I love wild Ghanis. They're not like a lot of other corals that do turn crappy color. Usually wild Ghanis do pretty well. I will put that one back in the vault. That thing is nice. Maybe we'll cut it. This is the piece that some other people were looking at. Rainbow Ghani, this one, or I'm sorry, Rainbow Chalice. This one is $250. So my lady's aggressive. Posting in the hammer. Yeah, and if the clownfish is this big, and the hammer's this big, it's fine. But if the clownfish is relatively good size compared to the coral, it usually is gonna, if it ain't gonna kill it, it's definitely gonna hinder its growth. You know what I mean? Jelly bean, dude, the whole names on chalices to me is so retarded because every chalice cut is different. I don't understand the names on it. I didn't buy it as a named chalice. I actually have a Zoe guy that I get all my Zoes, not all my Zoes from. He's one of our Zoe guys. But I get those Mardi Gras Acans from him. I get that Acan that we did earlier from him. And then we got this piece from him, which I don't normally even get chalices from him. So it was a no-name piece. But you can tell that he's been cooking it for a while. And it's doing awesome here. So I was like, I'm ready to let it go. It's already, skirt's already badass and slamming. But it's like, what would make it a jelly bean? All of them are red, blue. And then the skirts, wherever the red meets the new growth is orange. And the blue, wherever the blue part meets the new growth is green. That's like every chalice that exists, you know? I think sometimes a lot of you guys do get too caught up on like lineage and name. And it's something that I don't take advantage of. Because when I'm buying corals, I don't really give a fuck about that at all, to be honest with you. But here, check it out. I mean, if it's not a jelly bean, it's cooler than a jelly bean is. Like, I can just tell you this. Every wholesale piece, big grown out chalice, they all look like that. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Just start calling them the coolest chalice you ever seen. A lot of people will say to me, oh, people just name corals to sell more, to make more money off of them. And I don't necessarily think that's the case, because if you throw something on stream with the crazy name, it doesn't get you any more bids, in my opinion. But there are some things like jelly bean chalices that if you call it a jelly bean, people just fucking think it's worth more. And you would think as Kush corals that I would play into that and try to get, I just don't care. I just don't buy corals that way. Like I said, if he told me this is a jelly bean chalice, I would tell you, but bro, they're all fucking rainbow chalices. And I'll tell you this one has a better coloration pattern than 99% of them that you're going to find out there. Do you see what I mean when I say that the, like here, check this out. Do you see what I mean when I say that the skirt, where the blue chalice meets the new growth is green, and then where the red chalice meets the new growth is orange, and the eyeballs are the same as the skirt? That's a fucking rainbow chalice. Looks like flames coming in from the sides, baby. Dude, this is like a fucking Kush Corals Ferrari fucking Grand Am, baby. Motherfucking Grand Prix with flames on the sides. No, super badass piece. What you're looking for in a rainbow chalice to me is the spread amongst the blue and the red, and then the rim. If the rim is fat and juicy, that's how you know it's been sitting for a long time. Like you could see how fat and nasty that one is. The red being more dominant usually gets you more money. The blue dominant typically doesn't unless the red is in a really good spot. If you get a blue one with no red, people don't like those. They're hard to sell. The red with the orange rim, if you don't get any of the blue, not as hard to sell. Look at the blue even goes into that mouth and it turns green like lightning. That's fucking awesome, dude. That piece is nasty. I like it. Yeah, and so most places sell these not WYSIWYG also. I took that video today. Daisy, what up? You joined the Elite Club today, right? Thank you for that. Wish I did good with chalices. Kind of surprised that you don't, because you have such a heavy feeding in your tank and you have such a heavy bio load that I'm surprised. Says, why would you ever buy a coral not WYSIWYG? There's occasions, you know, I would never say never. If a buddy's got something, you know what it is, you know. He's got a certain type of polyp. But still, here's the deal. If you're going to cut it for me and then sell it to me, take me the fucking picture after you cut it. And then how about just eliminate the risk of possibly killing it by just cutting it and then selling it when it's healed? That's what we do. Good for about a month. They just start turning white. Could be the lighting, you know. Sorry, I'm stupid. WYSIWYG is what you see is what you get, meaning the exact piece that you're bidding on. And by the way, there's no stupid questions. You're in the Kush fam, okay? We might make fun of you a little bit, but that doesn't, like, in a little brother, little sister way. All right, get over here and take your reef noogie. What you see is what you get. Because a lot of people, I don't know her, I swear. A lot of websites will sell you a piece and they don't make it clear that you're not buying that piece that you see. You're buying a tiny little fragment of that piece. So this piece right here, I took that video today. He don't claim you in these reef streets, though. You keep saying stuff like that. Next, we're going to ask you what your nitrates are, and you're not going to know how many ppms. Let's go. 320, super nice piece. What do you guys want to see next? Thank you for hanging out, by the way. Like I said, is anybody watching the UFC fight? Dude, I don't watch anything sports related anymore. My ass be working, being a dad, or trying to make another baby. You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll. Shrooms? Them shrooms keep me up. How about a bounce? I ain't got no worries. Thank you, Birdman. I threw it up because you told me to. Missed your bids on it, though. Let me see. You little bastard. Bauer Banky, let me see if I took pictures of the Bowers. I know I did, right? One or two. The one that you're waiting for, by the way, it's just not fully healed. It's the last one. I know which one that you're waiting for. It's like a pink and blue. It's not the Starry Night one because I know you have that one. It's just not ready yet. I haven't been like holding it from you or whatever. It's just not fully healed. Bauer Bankies take so much longer than most other corals, man, to heal. The Starry Night has been healed for like 3-4 weeks. The one that you're talking about, it's been like 2 weeks, and it's just, man, it's just not fully there yet. 320 is the bid. Going once. Thank you, guys. Going once. Who's got it? Daisy Grazia. You got 2 spins tonight. Joining the Elite Club, by the way. Who was the bid before that? Mikey, thank you. Ready? Them shrooms keep me up. Yeah, I got you. It's just not fully healed just yet. Oh, you know what? Actually, today, I took one of the best pieces and I put it on its own little platform. So this way tomorrow, I was like, come on, fucking heal up so this motherfucker can get his goddamn Bauer Banky and stay off my ass tanky danky. So I haven't forgot about you. It's just, bro, not only do Bauer Bankies fuck my saw blades up, which by the way, sidebar, by the way, fucking blades are more expensive than ever, bro, for our saw. Pissing me off. But the Bauer Bankies eat our fucking saw up, dude. I literally have to probably price in 1 saw blade for every colony of Bauer Banky. One colony doesn't break down a whole saw blade, but 2 or 3 Bauer Banky colonies, dude, new blade. You know how much our blades are for our saw? Let me see. Don't put in a number. See, now I coaxed you into bidding, a fake bid. Now I don't know what's a bid or what's a guess. Totally my fault. Blade. 42-inch diamond-coated replacement blade. One of them, $50. You used to be able to get a pack of like 6. I don't remember what the pack of 6 was. They don't even sell it anymore. 3 packs? I don't think so, bro. Because the last time I tried to buy set of 5. The last time I was able to purchase was March 11th, 2024. It doesn't tell me what I paid for it, though, because it's not available anymore. It's crazy, man. We have 2 Griffin saws. It's the 42. It's the biggest Griffin. I don't know how you pronounce it. Griffin. Don't buy the inland one. I mean, unless you're just gonna fucking, I don't know what the price difference is, but I wouldn't even do it. I would buy the Griffin saw. You don't have to get the XL like we do. But even the XL, the difference is how much of a blade is exposed. It's like if you're cutting rocks, you need the bigger one, which is what we have. But it makes the blades more expensive too because they're 42 inches bigger blades. All these motherfuckers want to be reef dealers until they get the bills and have a fucking shipment delayed. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. $100 for a bounce. Good price. You won the one yesterday, didn't you? Gooden says 105. He's stocking them up. He said, at these prices, dude, I'm stocking them up. I'm stocking up on them, dude. My buddy grew so many of those. I'm buying the rest of them that he has, and I'm growing them out. Saw that picture and shed a tear for you. Nah, that one wasn't even bad, bro. This was probably before you found us. It was maybe 3 weeks ago. I spent thousands, bro. Like I lost from what me and the vendor had spoke about was $17,500 in bounces. I lost other stuff that I didn't tell him about. Probably put me past 20K. I was kind of depressed about it, bro. I like streaming. I didn't feel like myself sometimes. It hurt, dude. Fucking 20 G's. It wasn't even so much the money. Like, I've had to pay my taxes before and cut a check to the government for like 40 G's. That shit sucks. It wasn't the money. It was, dude, I was going to break the internet with all these fucking mushrooms. So that happened. And then we went into our slowest month. Well, it's not our slowest month. We've been doing pretty good this month. But it went into, we're going into the summer, and I hired Tim. So 20 G's down the drain while all that was happening. You guys would have, most of you would have fucking folded like a lawn chair, dude. Packed it in and never reefed again. Yeah, I'm not even counting the fucking potential loss. So that number should have had its own plane ticket. But you know how it is when it's high-end stuff. It's still small boxes, you know what I mean? Some of the mushrooms were $3 grand, $4 grand, $6 grand. Who brought it up? I've been trying to get over it. Let's go. Business gets slower in the summer. So in our hobby, for sure, the summer slows down because everybody spends money on other stuff besides sitting indoors with their tank. You know what I mean? Good in. I can't remember if you're an elite this month or if it was last month. So yeah, we definitely slow down. Less people buy stuff in the summertime. Now, you do have some dudes who spend more money in the summertime because they work more in the summer. So sometimes that makes up for it. Some people will pop up who are like, hey, I finally got time to work on my tank, whatever. But for the most part, the industry does kind of slow down in the summertime. We're still the $1 million Coral Club. We don't slow down, you know? These other motherfuckers don't go and get it. We go and get it. If anything, I work a little bit less in the summer too because it's like, hey, if you're going to be slow, you might as well take advantage of it. Let's do a torch. Look at this, dude. Let's go. Oh, man, I love this torch. Splitting, but not two heads. It's almost like got a cool rainbowish color to it. 65. Good deal. What up, OT Dizzo? Said, I would think be the opposite. No, because like I said, people are on vacation in the summertime. Kids are at home from school. So they're spending money on other stuff. The weather is fine. I know for us, I'm in Illinois. I ain't trying to sit down here with the reef tank all day. I'm out there touching grass and chasing ass. You know what I'm saying? Summertime. Let me see, I'm going to chase Jackie around with in her damn sundress. So everybody's out doing other stuff besides messing with their tank. And then subsequently, when kids go back into school and the weather starts to get a little shitty, dude, we get fucking busy. Like, we get slammed. We'll be doing streams where like shit like this that might go for like, where are we at, $90? What up, Death Trap? Like, this shit'll go for 200, 300. It'll be totally different. It's just how it is. It's just the ebbs and flows of the business, you know? I got distracted, wondering if I want a mushroom like third item. You'll know when you get the motherfucking invoice, baby. Or if you don't, yeah, I don't know. Watch the show. Mental health counseling is the same way during the summer. My buddy owns a tattoo shop, and it's the opposite. It's like summertime. He gets slammed with tattoos. Everybody wants to show him off. Summer's the worst time to get a tattoo. You shouldn't put a new tattoo in the sun or the pool. People don't care. And then the winter, he gets slow, you know? So, but yeah. And I don't mind. I used to fucking fight it. I used to be like, even right now, like when I lost all that money and we have Tim coming on. We not only have Tim, we have Tim's girlfriend that we hired too to help with random stuff. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of pressure on me to make sure that we are staying busy to keep everybody paid and, you know, keep it all moving, you know? Putting fresh tattoos and jeans is nice. Yeah, you know what I mean? But that's what people do it. Summer slows for me in Florida. All my customers go north. Yeah. I mean, luckily for us, we learned that we have to put more into the online business than the brick and mortar store because of reasons for that. Our store would completely just die. Our online business does, to me, the online business for me does as good as we put in. Meaning, if I don't post, if I don't make content, if I don't go live, if I don't try to sell corals, take pictures of corals, we don't make any sales anyways. I'm a fucking $1 million coral boy. If I want to sell a coral, I'm a fucking sell a coral. No matter what, if they like it or not. But no, it's which is a really good feeling, by the way, to know that our ceiling is our self. You know what I mean? That's what I love about being an entrepreneur. But I used to fight it, and I used to be like, fuck, this fucking sucks. I wish shit was busier. You know, we need these motherfuckers fighting for these pieces in the chat. We need to be getting more heat in. The wholesalers are slacking. But now I just go, hey, you're 40 years old now. You know everything is cyclical. Take advantage of them seasons, baby boy. Just roll with the tide. You know what I'm saying? Don't fight it. So that's what we do. We take a little bit of time off in the summer, especially with having this baby. We don't put as much pressure on ourselves to work as much. Around Christmas time, we don't really do a lot of streams. We don't do a lot of sales. We hang out with the family. We get slow that time anyways because everybody buys corals for themselves and not for other people. Shipping sucks in the middle of the summer. Shipping sucks in the middle of the Christmas time with all that shit going on. So for us, it's a really good, smart time for us to kind of take off. So you guys been liking Zoes. Let's go ahead and use some Zoes. It's another Grandmaster crack. $10. Stack up the cash when it's up. I mean, and we like working anyways, so it's not like oh, we gotta work. This is like what we enjoy doing anyways. But I've learned to not be like, cry about it when it's slower. And I also learned Don't fucking cry about wanting to be busy and then you get busy and then you don't want to work. But I'm pretty good about that, especially summertime. There ain't nothing to do out here in Illinois, dude. Love what we do. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be doing anything else, man. I love that I get to hang out with the kids, be right downstairs, look at corals all day. I still have to find a zone with Timmy being here. I feel like I've been a little bit slacking. I fight it all the time, but it's like I feel like I've been slacking because Timmy is here and I'm not doing the water changes till 2 a.m. Well, then why don't you have YouTube videos out? Why don't you have new TikToks made? But then I also tell myself, it's fucking summertime. Don't kill yourself right now. Do what you want to do. It's going to get busy. This is my therapy session, apparently. Shut the fuck up. What up, fish guy? Let's go. Love that for you guys. I appreciate it. It's been really awesome, though. How does that make you feel? Let's go. Let's go. Fish guy, you got this at 75. Let's go. OTD, how's your tank doing? Suggesting a journal for your migraines was crazy. It fucking was, dude. You might as well have told me to drink water. Get the fuck out of here. That's awesome. Have you been streaming on Twitch? I don't know if you can with your new CIA job. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to dox them. About to tonight? Fuck yeah, let's go. What are you streaming? Mikey Cologne, are you streaming? He said he's streaming some new epic video game. I was like, I don't know if we can watch that. 85. The provider I work for has a whole ass packet for when patients complain of headaches. Yeah, let me guess. Drink some water. Try to lie down. Dude, I'm sorry, doc. I need something stronger, bro. You got any hash, Vicodins? You got any fucking, TRT, dog? What the fuck? I'll go to the doctor and bring my own drugs, dude, if you ain't gonna bring it. You know what I'm saying, dude? 2 types of journals and a migraine diet. Yeah, totally think it is food related. I think that I get it from food, and I definitely know that it has to be related to my sleep. I really don't sleep great, just for multiple reasons. Just fucking waking up to pee all the damn time, side of the bed, kid kicking me in the fucking ribs, Jackie getting hit in the middle of the night, her screaming at some kid, her trying to make a baby at till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. LTD, how you gonna stream and be exhausted after that 17-hour work week? Oh, let's go. $90. You got it, Mikey. Mikey, are you in the elite this month? I swear to fucking God, if you're not in the elite, dude. I don't think you are this month, bro. I will kill you. Get over here and poke me. Let's go, Mikey. I don't think you are, dude. Inoperable brain tumor. Hey, something's gonna get us no matter what, dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys have them. I call them wallflowers. They're the things you plug into your wall that makes like your house smell good. Not like a Glade air freshener. You don't want those if you have aquariums, by the way. You don't want anything that sprays in the air. They're just like, they plug into the wall. You know what I'm talking about? I call them wallflowers. I don't know what you call them. Some dude was like, hey man, those things aren't good for you. They're going to kill you someday. Do you know what I told him, dude? I said, good. I said, good. You know all the things that I've done to my body? If a wallflower takes me out, I fucking deserve that shit, dude. But it probably is some fucking Johnson and Johnson, Bill Gates cancer spread or some shit. My mom Googled a swollen lymph node and was telling me that she had breast cancer. I'm like, Mom, get the fuck off Google. Yeah, my mom is the same way too. You know, get a hangnail and all of a sudden, dude, right to Google. Worse. My mom is very big worrier. I love my mom, but she is a warrior, dude. Like her brain in the way that I think her brain works, it always goes to what the worst can happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm very analytical. This is the worst that can happen. This is the best that can happen. This is the most likely outcome. These are the other outcomes. Will I be okay with these outcomes? How do I make the best outcome happen? That's how a man's brain works. Okay? There's a glimpse into my brain right there. My mom will just be like, you could die. Not doing it, you could die. And I honestly think that her being that way has helped me not give so many fucks in my life. You know what I mean? Also, when you run into so many roadblocks in life, like business-wise or whatever, and you get over them, you start to go, you know what? I've handled everything else in my life. I'll deal with whatever I have to when I have to, you know? I remember when I opened my first store and we had to get blueprints and fucking permits and we had to pass an inspection. And I've never in my life passed an inspection on anything, let alone my business, you know what I mean? Dude, I was like literally shitting myself the day before. Just a nervous fucking wreck, bro. And I could tell you 100 different scenarios with business and stuff that like I was super worried about. Now, that's how you become top G. You know what I mean? You can't just be born top G. Juicy J, I work with the PCP. Anytime they need something, they hit me up and I send it. Good connection to have. Pizzle Reef, you got it at 20. Super nice 8-can right here. A little pink in there. Called a refill of Augmentin today. Nurse on tap. Augmentin. That's when your body starts cutting itself in half. And you take medicine to stop that. If I had to guess. That's my analysis. He's augmenting again. Nailed it. I knew that. Kokilla 25. Let's go. How many shots have I taken of A-cans where the tentacles are out? Antibiotic, man, I'm interested in all that stuff. Like how I was reading about how penicillin was made. Humans are fucking crazy, dude. The fact that like we don't invent anything, we just discover it. That blows my mind. Some type of mold is growing. Here comes some probably white guy. Scrape it up, put it in a petri dish. Fucking, it's either going to kill everybody or heal everybody, you know? Humans are crazy. Azithromycin is fucking acid. Azithromycin, that is when your ass and your throat has a connective tissue that's has breached itself. That's the medicine you take when that happens. And it tastes like acid. Well, that's the colon connection that you're tasting there. Have you accidentally inhaled Zithromax powder while constituting? Well, I haven't constituted since 1776. Throw another medicine at me, dude. I'll tell you what it fucking does. And I'm not even on, believe it or not, I'm not even on ChatGPT. I'm gonna steal that declaration. Dude, I haven't constituted since fucking 1776, boy. $40, Pizzle. You got this. Let's go. Pizzle, are you in Elite this club? I feel like you were last time and you came out of nowhere. Dr. Moon, MD. A lot of people don't know that I was a doctor at a really young age. And they actually made a show about me. This is a true story here, too. You guys have probably seen it. Let me see. I don't know. It was kind of big. Let me see if I can bring it up. Elite, I thought so. We'll see if anybody's heard of this before. Hang on. Hang on, I will, Juicy. Don't think that I don't know what that one is. I'm going to tell you why I know all these things, by the way. This is the history of the origin story. I gave you 2 spins. I gave you the Elite Wheel. So this is how I know all that stuff. They made a show about me when I was a kid.
Douglas Doogie Howser is a whiz kid who breezed through high school in just 9 weeks. At age 10, he graduated from Princeton and then passed his...
Did you see that picture of me right there? So I was a little bit of a whiz kid. You can look me up, Doogie Howser. All right, that's how I know what I know. Let's do a little Favia, then a Zoe, or something else. Check out this Favia. You guys, Favias are so underrated around here. We're going 45. Dude, that I don't know what to tell you. They made a show about me. It was a rare case of just a boy genius. I mean, clearly you can tell that I'm gifted from watching the streams. I get on here, I'm always wearing glasses like a fucking old dude. Yeah, you hit 40, bro. Dude, when I get out of bed, it sounds like somebody's going to a rave, dude, and they're popping all these fucking highlighter sticks, dude. You know what I'm saying? I can't even not wake the kid up because it's like, no lie. But Juicy just wanted to know if I know what DAPAG. Sorry, it's been a while since I pronounced it. I usually read and don't speak about all the medical terms, but dapagliflozin, you know, that's a pretty rare one. I'm surprised that you actually know that one. Hang on, let me see. We got to switch this up. We got no bids on this one. Oh, we do. I see. You got it. Well, that's an interesting one. That one is actually an SGL2T inhibitor, sodium glucose contransporter 2 inhibitor, if you want to get technical. It works by blocking glucose and reabsorption in the kidneys, causing excess sugar to be excreted in the urine. Common uses are type 2 diabetes, lowers blood sugar levels, heart failure, chronic kidney disease. These are all things that that has to do with. So what happened? I blacked out. Was I right? Pronunciation. I told you I mostly read a lot of this when I was a kid. There wasn't a lot of kids for me to talk to about my medical journey. So it was mostly just me reading. Sorry, Moose. I don't know. People are PMing me while I'm live. Who was that? Pizzle? Let's go. I think you nailed it. That was just off the top of my head. PM. Let me close my shit. Jesus, dude. PM and me. Close my Facebook. Sorry. Don't worry, it's me. Nobody's blowing you up. Just kidding. Okay. Let me see here. Something from the farm. This is a lithophilon. $10. Ain't nobody like me that much. Trust me, it's just people wanting me to buy corals. It's just a wealth of knowledge, almost like you're reading it from Google or something. I mean, I'm streaming corals. Why would I even have... That was off the top of my head. It could have been wrong. You know, I think I was in like 4th grade when I started learning about Dipagla zivianson. So it's been a while. Basically, it's a drug primarily to treat diabetes, heart failure, chronic kidney disease. Herpagani fistula. See, now that's a trick question. That has to do with the reef. The reef. That's when a lizard and a goniopora try to have a baby. That's what they call Herpagani cytophila drip. And it gets a sexual disease. Didn't they make that show House based off of you? No, it was Doogie Howser. Doogie Howser, MD. That was me. And then obviously later on in life, I went to do a little bit of music. I had my biggest video, not that big, but it was with Lil Flip. You guys remember Lil Flip? Everybody just thinks I'm joking, like I'm not telling the truth here. Literally, right there. Lil Flip, Bobby Moon, 15 years ago. So, you guys don't ask about all the stuff, you know what I mean? Uh, 45, let's go. Pizzle, is that 3 in a row? It's called Flip Flop. I mean, I'm not saying it was the biggest song ever. Little Flip was hot at the time, though, dude. I got a feature with Little Flip. He was popping at the time. You know what I mean? It was cool for the time. They don't even believe me, dude. I guess I could play some of the video real quick. It's literally has my name right there. Like, this was the video that we shot. Turning it on right now. You don't have to, I will.
You can be Mrs. Gates if you act right. Today I'm gonna break you off like last night.
Clearly, I'm credited for the song. It's on the record books.
Incoming hello call from Bobby Moon. Accept or reject?
Accept.
Accept.
Bobby Moon, what it do?
Flip Gates. Man, I don't know where you at.
You don't need to see the rest of it if you want to see it on your own time, but that was my musical claim to fame. Wasn't as big as my TV show. And now we're here doing this, you know? Should feel fucking pretty privileged, that's for sure. Okay, let's get serious about some fucking corals here, dude. This is a nasty Yuma, not very big. I wouldn't say booger, but penny size. Let's go. Erwin, what up?
Out right now, but you need to get here to Club Rain because it's going down.
Alright.
Hi, Flip. You really need to get here. Yeah, you need to get here now.
Need I say more?
Let me call the Fly Boys and the Clover G's. And we on our way.
Bet.
Already. Yes, sir. Top of the charts, baby. AJ Star, we got another one. Bobby Moon, you ready, man? This is for the ladies, man. Strictly for the independent.
Obviously, there's a lot of makeup involved, you know what I mean? And I was a lot younger too. Lights, editing.
Ladies who make their own money. I make my own money. I got swag. My swag on the tree. Come on. Swag, I bet you is a
You get it. You get it. Well, you had to be tan for, you know, for the cameras. You had to look good. Swagger. Name's Swagger. Whatever. Show me your hit with Little Flip. You know what I'm saying? I see where Pearl got the tan from. Yeah. Let's go. So, you know, when you wonder to yourself, as you often do, how is this guy so experienced, intelligent? You know, substitute any of those words, any synonyms for those words. I've lived a lot of life. You know what I mean? That's why some of these other streamers, you get on their stream. I was on a Reef stream earlier today. I was just like, I don't try to. TikTok just fucking throws you in fucking lives and shit. Bro, 5 minutes, dude didn't even say nothing, bro. Smoked a lot, sold a lot. You get a lot of life experience selling, well, probably all drugs, but I sold weed. You know, it wasn't legal when I was in high school and after high school. You can learn about money, supply chains, and how to judge people a lot from selling trees. You know? $60, Pizzle, you're killing it tonight, dude. Bro, are you kidding me? That piece is nasty. Is he on fire yet? 3 in a row? Oof, Coral said not yet. Coral Fool said not yet. But yeah, I mean, I lived a lot of life. You know, some of these guys, they want to up and be a streamer. Even my kids. I want to be a YouTuber. The fuck are you going to talk about? Can't even wipe your ass. The fuck you going to teach somebody? How about you go live some life? He's on fire? All right, so you got him automatic 3% on that last one, by the way. Pizzle. But that's okay. It's no harm in trying. You know what I mean? It's just, hey. You know, Mike Jones every once in a while has to deal with hearing a joke that he's heard before on stream. Big whip. On fire like in beer pong? I guess I should do the graphics. Oh, no. There we go. Okay, anytime that you win 3 in a row on our stream, you're on fire. Just like NBA Jam, you're on fire until somebody else wins. You get an automatic 3% off plus your wheel spins. Milk and eggs, baby. I mean, why should I tell them? If the Lord didn't want women in the kitchen, why would he put milk and eggs in you, baby? That's just a fact. You have not heard it every stream. Get the fuck out of here. I haven't said that one for a while. Jonah Ray, what's good? Killer Cuckoo, what's poppin'? NBA Jam brings back memories. I was more of a hang time guy. I liked hang time, where you could be like a custom character, like the alien or the cow. It was a ripoff of NBA Jam, but it was like a better version. I liked hang time. That was my game. Wasn't a big NFL Blitz guy. I could see Mike Jones playing. I could see that old motherfucker playing NFL Blitz with quarters at the arcade or something. We used to, no, actually, that's probably way too modern for him. He was probably playing. The other day, he was like, I remember when Miss Pac-Man came out. I can't even know what that was. Mortal Kombat, dude, I do remember playing the first Mortal Kombat. I think I might have played it on Super Nintendo, maybe. They have Mortal Kombat characters in Fortnite, and my kids don't even know who the fuck they are. I heard Kingsley the other day, he was like, I like that guy, Scorpion Zero. He seriously said that. I was like, Killing me, dude. One of the things that kills me about my kids, they don't know. They know now because I've probably told them so many times, but they don't know which Ninja Turtles names are what. And that drives me crazy, dude. Like, you don't know the Orange Turtles, Michelangelo? I feel like I failed. My husband walked back in our den and heard the stream and said, I know you're not bidding on fucking corals again, are you? Put them on. Put them on stream. I'll change his mind. Say, I'm just watching. Pizzle, you're still on fire, baby. You got 3% on the last one and this one. Play the game for hours. My favorite Mortal Kombat that I played a lot was Mortal Kombat 3. Was that when they started doing like fatalities, or babalities and stuff, all the other shit? I remember I had a book like this thick, and it had all the moves and finishing moves and fucking... Dude, to this day, dude, I'll still stand sweeping distance away from a motherfucker, you know? Just in case. What do we got? This is a nice little showpiece right here. Orangish purple frog spawn. Fucking stupid healthy. Wish I could do better than 150. I can't. They went from rated R to PG. Mortal Kombat. There's a new Mortal Kombat out. I think there's a new one. We don't have that one, but we bought Mortal Kombat maybe like 2 years ago for PlayStation 5. What up, Reef Knight? And it was pretty brutal, bro. They like zoom in on the skull while it's cracking, and the fucking eyeballs are pulled out. You see the tentacle. It's pretty brutal now. I love this piece. Dude, 150 bucks is a good price for this one. This piece in the busy season goes for $300. Right now, you can probably get it for $150. I'm talking early on, they changed the blood from red to black. Well, they had a lot of pushback. It was a super fucking controversial game back in the day, man. You know, people thought like, well, if your kid plays Mortal Kombat, he's going to fucking kill somebody. And, you know, I don't think that actually translates, you know, because I got a lot of friends that play Monopoly and they don't own any houses or hotels, you know. To be fair, some of them did go directly to jail. Let's go $10 on the Fruit Loops. I might have to go grab me a drink. See, I don't think video games translate. Video games lead to violence. No, they lead to vaginal dryness. Trust me. She's like, choke me. I'm dying over here. Waiting for the new GTA. Don't hold your breath, bruh. I hope they incorporate crypto into the new GTA. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. I will play the new GTA. You got to make some content. Got to keep up with the Joneses. I grew up playing Grand Theft Auto. I was a Saints Row guy. I liked Saints Row a lot. Big fan of Saints Row. Well, Saints Row got a little weird. But the first 1 or 2 Saints Rows, man, I loved that game. And then it did get a little weird. Waiting for the Hydro Maven. You and your equipment, dude. You're an equipment guy. I love this hobby because there's so many different type of reef people, man. There's fish people that barely get into crazy reef stuff. There's some people that don't give a fuck about fish. They only care about high-end corals. There's tech nerds, people that got to have all the equipment. I'm like the complete opposite of a tech nerd. I still top my tank off by hand. I swear to God. Pizzle Reef, dude, you are killing it here tonight. Still on fire. I literally do, bro. I'm old school, baby. And guess who ain't had no crashes? And guess who don't need no fucking Wi-Fi connection to fucking Reef? Some new fucking reefer need a goddamn Wi-Fi password to do a water change, bro. I said, I'm fucking done with this shit. This shit has changed, bro. Bro, I love this one. Not an uncommon color, just super bright and nasty. You ready? 20 bucks. Wait on the Hydros Maven 2. Be buying as soon as it comes out. You guys and your goddamn equipment, dude. Don't wait for none of the fucking first bugs to come out. I'm buying the first one. I need my tank's gonna give me, my tank's gonna jack me off while I'm sleeping. It's gonna be Now, if it does that, let me know. I might be in on that upgrade. You know? Jackie might be out of commission for a little bit here. I might need that downloadable content, you know? Sold. Dude, somebody said their new the new Apex system comes with an AI girlfriend. Like, damn, dude, not everybody that has a fish tank can't get no bitches, you know? I might need two. I just want my fucking fish tank to do good, okay? I don't need it to mine fucking cryptocurrency. For every copepod, you get a Dogecoin. I fucking care, dude. Always run gravity with float. I do the topping off by hand. What up, Stomp? I do the topping off by hand because of this. I'm in and out of the tanks all the time, and I'm constantly selling corals and getting new corals in. I would be turning off the equipment so much that it just wouldn't even be worth it. And I don't know if you know, but when you have like an auto top off, every time you pull some water out, it's going to put fresh water back in. I'm going to run more risk doing harm than good. There's going to be more risk of doing harm to my tank by keeping an auto top off on. I have the auto top offs bought. They're sitting there. They've been there for 3 years. I've got a custom water reservoir that has Kush Coral's logo on each one. And each one says something different. Tank needs a drink. Keep it moist. Something else on the other one. I don't even use them. Red Sea ATO, the worst thing I ever purchased. The Tunzi or Tunzi, I don't know how you pronounce it. That's the best one. In my opinion, love those. Not super cheap, but the pumps are good and they just work really good. So I missed the rainbow. I'm making up for it. You're killing it tonight. 40 bucks for this one. We're going home after this. 40 going once. New pump, 30 bucks for a Tunzi one? Maybe for the small one. That seems cheap. 300 something for ours. The Tunzi one is probably 200 bucks or something, but it comes with the pump and all that stuff, you know. Doge and GTA 6 would be nice. Made 15K with Doge in 2022. Don't get me started on the crypto, all right? I am a Bitcoin guy. Not a big fan of Doge, but I am a fan of people making money, you know. But Dogecoin, to put it in perspective, you're still on fire, by the way. There's only 21 million Bitcoin ever that will ever exist, y'all. Ever. That's how many Bitcoins there's going to be. Do you know how many Dogecoins there are? Dogecoins per day minted. So there's 21 million Bitcoins ever total. Every minute, there's 10,000 new Dogecoins from now until forever. Okay? Per day, there's 14.5 million Dogecoins every single day for infinity forever. Just to put that in perspective. Now, if you made money on it, I'm happy for you. I love that for you. But that's why I don't buy Dogecoin. Here's a Power Banky with some subtle, but they're there. Yellow, golds, orange. I don't know what you want to call it. Let's go $30. Just follow Nancy Pelosi's stock. She'll win every time. She is one of the most, I think she's the most successful woman investor ever. Maybe Kathy Woods is number one. I'm not for sure. But yeah, if you follow her trades, you're probably doing pretty good. The guy who started Ethereum lives here, comes to my shop, says sticks to Bitcoin. That's a little surprising to me. What the fuck is his name? Vitalik lives by you and tells you to stick to Bitcoin? Guy's also a super fucking nerd. Yeah, I would stick to Bitcoin myself. But, you know, do you come here for financial advice? You should, maybe. Some of you should. I'd invest it all into Kush Corals right now because it's the slow season. You're going to get, you're buying, this is like buying Bitcoin at 3K right now. These corals that you guys are buying, that's what you should be investing in. There's an AI that will buy and sell her stock for you. Oh yeah, there's a, you just type in like copy trade Pelosi. You can copy trade any congressperson or anything like that. Which, you know, there's nothing fishy there. What does Nancy Pelosi make in salary? 200,000, 300,000 or something? What's Nancy Pelosi's salary? $220,000. That is crazy. What did she make last year with all her investments? Let's see if it even knows. 54% overall gain. 92% gain on NVIDIA. Yeah, it doesn't really say. Likely in the tens of millions. That's pretty wild. Tell everyone wanting to get into keeping fish. I'm like, do saltwater. It's expensive to start with. Once you get corals going, start fragging, literally paying for itself. Tell them that and tell them to buy the corals from us. That's a simplistic form. That's for sure. That's for sure. I'm not sure that that's a good financial advice. I would probably advise to buy Dogecoin over that. But hey, I would rather them buy the corals from us than the Dogecoin from some fucking nerd. I tell people to start saltwater because honestly, I think it's easier. I just think it burns less when you kill a guppy for $3 than it does when you kill a copper band for $100. Nobody around here has what you do. Well, yeah. And the problem with the local market though is you will run out of people so fucking fast. That's the problem. It's the clownfish problem is what I call it. Once everybody gets clownfish, they're done with clownfish. Then you either got to go elsewhere or go online. $90 going once. Pizzle, Jesus, dude, let's go. It's got to be, well, I know it's not a record because the record's like 16 wins in a row or something like that. But you're getting there. Spin it. More issues with fresh and salt. I had way more deaths in freshwater at my store than saltwater. You should see some of these wholesale fish places. There's no, of course they get disease. Bro, I don't think they even wash the nets where, like, there's a giant fish wholesaler in Illinois, and I would go there when I had my store. I'd go there once a week. Dude, they don't do water changes. They throw fucking fishes in the same system. They don't give no fucks, dude. It's crazy. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Bro, I love this chalice right here. We got to go 80. We got to go 80. Yellow, reds, blues. Oh, my God. I know not everybody's a chalice person, but I am. Discus, biggest mistake of I love discus. I think discus are really cool. I love, you know what I love that sounds stupid, I guess? No, this is not a fucking parrotfish. Oh my God. You bastard. You almost got me. Kind of did get me. Totally lost my train of thought too. Oh, I liked goldfish, orandas, pearl scale goldfish, lionhead goldfish. I like goldfish. I just, not the regular ones, and I don't even like koi. You know what I mean? I like fat fucking retarded goldfish. I mean, the dumber the better. You know what I'm saying? Just stupidest fish ever. I don't know why. I love them. My first fish tank ever was a 10-gallon tank. And this is where I didn't know you couldn't mix things. I had a bubble. You ever seen the goldfish with the bubbles that come out of their face? I don't even know what they're called. You've seen these before. Probably everybody's probably seen these. Right? Had one of those. Fish tank's killing it. You know what I'm saying? Fish tank's doing so good. Then I added a crawdad. Dude, got a hold of those cheeks, bruh. I don't know who tears it up, who tears cheeks up more, dude. Me or that fucking crawdad, dude. My poor goldfish, bruh. Let's just say those cheeks were it was not a bounce goldfish no mo. Felt bad. But that's how we all learn, you know what I'm saying? Another Ghani. Man, I know a lot of the Ghanis are still trying to open. Let's see what we got. I might have to grab a drink, though. I'm dying over here. See, like, it's like, do I want to do these when they're not fully open? You know what I mean? I feel like that one's just not ready. This one's fucking expensive. Faux hundo. Aquaculture to maze balls. Fucking pricey. I got one that's another one that's pricey. Look at this one. For the yellow Ghani. What was the yellow Ghani? Oh, the last one I did? I don't know. I don't want to sell it. It's not ready yet, you know? Dude, I hate selling corals that are not ready yet. This one, to me, is crazy original right here. Look at this video all the way through the end. I don't know. This might be a Bernardopora. I'm not 100% sure. It's not as expensive as the maze balls, but to me, it's fucking up there, dude. I love this piece. Look at how bright red some of those heads are. And then it goes right into green. Oh my God, dude. This piece is nasty. Fits in the mouth, they're done. My first mistake in saltwater was I've told the story before. My jawfish, I had a pearly head jawfish, and that was my favorite fish. That's what got me into reefing, was the pearly head jawfish. And check this out, 5 mushrooms on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 120. That's a stupid price. Had a pearly jawfish, loved it, thought it was awesome. The store that got me into aquariums had a 180-gallon tank with like 20 jawfish that lived in the center, and they had their own communication and like holes that they lived in. It was the coolest thing ever. It's what got me into saltwater tanks. To this day, was pearly jawfish. Pearly jawfish is what they're called. What's funny is my daughter's name is Pearl too. But then I bought a panther grouper from Petco. Little tiny panther grouper. I'm not doing any research at the time. I'm just buying what looks cool. Many of you have been there. Many of you are still there. Man, in about 2 weeks, dude, I came home and he had that pearly jawfish in his mouth like a straight up blunt. It was pretty sad. I was re-traumatized from my goldfish. You know what I'm saying? Acros, I don't have many acros, but I do have this fucking nasty ass piece right here. Can't keep jawfish to save my life. They're not easy fish to keep, by the way. So back in the day, chromies used to be like $4, and you couldn't kill one if you tried. Pearly jawfish were like $14. Couldn't kill them if you tried. Nowadays, chromies die so fucking fast, it's insane. Pearly jawfish die super fast. I don't know what's changed over the years. Couldn't tell you. Have you seen prices on cleaner shrimp? So when I had my store, we would sell cleaner shrimp. Like a good deal would be like $25. If you got some small ones and you did a special, $20. But a more normal price was closer to $30. What do they charge for cleaner shrimp now? $40? I don't think that's that bad. It probably has went up from the wholesaler. I'll tell you right now what it costs to get a cleaner shrimp from wholesale. Sexy shrimp, 25. That I don't know what sexy shrimp typically go for anymore. Let me see here. So if you were to buy a cleaner shrimp, now keep in mind, this doesn't include shipping or anything. I don't even know if they have any. Pistol shrimp, sexy shrimp. Sexy shrimp wholesale costs $15. True peppermint shrimp, $16. This is wholesale without shipping. There's a cheaper peppermint shrimp that's about $8. Yeah, they don't have cleaner shrimps on here right now. So if that gives you any idea, and then let's say you lose one during shipping, now you're fucked. Well, Bree, it's about 10 more than a year ago, though. What do you got? Are we blaming Trump for our cleaner shrimp problems? I guess maybe we can. I don't know. But I will say this, man. I saw a guy commenting today where he was like, the reason the hobby's dying, which is always subjective anyways, but the reason the hobby's dying is because stores are charging too much. And it's like, I just want to be like, this is coming from somebody who, I don't give a fuck about stores anymore. I'm taking market share from stores. Online is the future. I understand that. The stores ain't making what you fucking think. I can tell you that much. So as much as expensive as you think the stuff is at the store, which it is, man, after permits and shipping and deaths, they ain't making shit. Your LFS is not driving Lambos. I can tell you that much. Are you still on fire? God damn, that's what's up. Using a Canto Boba Coral. That was a nice acro. Somebody said acros, and I said, let's go. I tried to do a piece of this yesterday, but it was bigger, and I said $100 because I really like these. This is a smaller piece. Let's go 60. $60. Let's go. A little bit of dirt on it. Not everything's open. I don't know what strain this is, but god damn, these are fire. I love these. Bleeding. Find a host anywhere. If a clownfish wants to, it definitely can. Or are you talking about the sexy shrimp? Are sexy shrimp compatible with rock flower anemones? I was going to say, do I not have my shirt on? Yeah, that's pretty much what they live on. There's a little Easter egg on one of my shirts. I'll show you. This Windy City design right here. If you look real close, let's see if we can see it maybe on the white one. I don't know if you're going to see it on that one. Maybe on this one. Let's see. There's a sexy shrimp on the bottom flower nem under the back tail or under the fin of the pufferfish. Tell me if you see it. I know it's a little blurry in that shot, but there is a sexy shrimp and a flower anemone right there. That's the second time you guys slept on those. I'm fucking keeping those. You don't deserve those. This was one of the only polyps that were available back in the day. Radioactive dragon eyes. Back in the day when I started the hobby, it was this and about 2 other polyps. Zoes won't open still. Peroxide dip. You could try that. Zoes are pretty. The thing is with Zoes, when they're closed, you can give them pretty good dips because they're already protected. Zoes in the wild will live outside of water for a long time, and they close, they hold moisture, they can handle dips really well. Dude, I've dipped corals, Zoes, and forgot about them for like 3 hours, and they were fine. Do flower nems need sexy shrimp? No, if anything, I would think they would be better without them. One less thing, picking food off of them, stepping on them, standing on them. They don't need them, no. When their little feet go into their tail and mess with the eggs, just find it so cool. Shrimp in general are just cool. More shrimp, more better. I could see parrotfish eating shrimp in front of the shrimp inner tank as like some kind of power move, you know? I think my cleaner shrimp killed all my sexy shrimp. That would surprise me. More than likely, it was probably some other fish that did it rather than your cleaner shrimp. Cleaner shrimps are detritivores, opportunistic. They're not going to go chase something. They're not aggressive they're not predators towards other stuff. They're like vultures. They're just going to eat fucking whatever is the easiest. You know what I mean? Harlequin shrimp look like from outer space. Super cool. Super necessary sometimes, man. You start to get starfish in your Zoe collection, it'll fucking fuck your Zoe collection up. There's Astorina starfish that eat Zoes for sure. They're usually the darker version of the Astorina starfish. And OTD thinks that Astorina starfish is some kind of like anime porn, but it's actually a predator on zoanthids. So, and a harlequin shrimp is about all you can really do. I got 2 peppermint, 6 fire, 2 cleaner. Wish I didn't do shrimp. They steal coral food. Yeah, so they sent me, I ordered something. Reef Night, you got it at 35. I ordered something, and a wholesaler sent me 2 fire shrimp. Bro, didn't want these fucking things. They're still alive to this day. I don't fucking want them. They piss me off. They step on all my corals. They pull food out of the mouth. Reef Night, you got the wrong wheel, but I'll let it slide this time. But you ain't getting 2 spins unless you're in the elite club. Lost quite a few zoes because of those starfish. Yeah. And unfortunately, Harlequin shrimp is all you need. But Harlequin shrimp, not always the easiest to find when you need them at an LFS. You know what I mean? And it's not because the LFS just like isn't getting them for you. They're just like really hard to come by at certain times. Sometimes you'll see, the way the wholesalers work is you'll see fucking 50 of them. And then you won't see any of them, you know? Sorry, I'm looking for the next piece here. Let's do cheap Zoe. I gotta grab a drink. Fire's too timid for all that. Yeah, cleaner shrimp usually are pretty chill, they're opportunistic. Said I pressed something. What do you mean? Have a Harlequin shrimp. Both are eating Asterina. Yeah, the only problem with them is they don't know the difference between your good starfish and your bad starfish. And I don't think they eat brittle starfish. So if you have a bunch of brittle stars, I'm not 100% sure if they'll eat the brittle starfish. I can't remember. The spin, you got 9%, but I spun the wrong wheel for you. You're supposed to get the Reggie wheel if you're not in the elite club. But don't worry about it. You got 9%. You cheated the system. You land on free parking every once in a while, you know? Fire shrimp's tipping because you don't have enough of them. They do better in big groups. I don't think they do better or worse. I just think they are what they are. They're just like, they'll congregate together when you have more than one. But I don't necessarily think they do better. I've had single cleaner shrimps in tanks for years. Multiple ones. I like them with tangs. When you got tangs, they help. You know, it's cool to see them jump on the tangs and clean off dead skin and stuff like that. I didn't get those. 35. Bid was Reef Night at 35. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Punani, you did get that. You're right. I didn't see that. Sorry, Reef Night. Had a fire shrimp so badly wanted to clean my fish. My clown was not about it. Clowns don't care always, but tangs really like it. And it's kind of cool to show people. Like you put your hand in the tank and the cleaner shrimp jumps on your hand. The cleaners are more likely to do that than the fire shrimp. But so that part's cool of a show off. But I'm strictly a coral person. My goal is rare, healthy as fuck corals, right? I'm not risking angelfish. I don't even want the cleaner shrimps. I don't want them to step on anything, rip food out of anything's mouth. If something is dying, I don't want them to perpetuate the death of it by picking at it or whatever, doing what it naturally does. So I don't want any of that stuff. Reef Night, my bad. I thought that you were the 35. You're all good. Don't worry about it. It happens. Wheezy got this at 5 going once. All right, that's a sign that it's getting late. What does Mr. Rogers say at the end of his show? Remember Mr. Rogers, dude? He was the GOAT. See, Wheezy. Yeah, anytime we're doing $5 Zoes, I think it's about that time. Nice win. I'll probably have to cut you a check for this one after the spin. Let's see. Choi, I seen it right as I spun the wheel. Too late. You got 2% off of your $5 polyp. Clip this so anytime some motherfucker wants to talk shit about how expensive our corals are, I want you to clip that so I can have that on hand to show it to him, okay? Thank you. You got it. You got it. Okay, let me see here. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this crowd, you know? How about this, Bauer Banky? I would prefer to cut it, but it is what it is. So I was changing a damn diaper. Dude, those little baby diapers are crazy, aren't they? Those little fucking diapers, dude, are crazy. You can't even put that thing around your fucking wrist. Said, I'm so glad you were changing a diaper. Not me! It's two things that got shit on. Me and that fucking diaper, dude. Kokilla, you see these bids? I'm out of here, bro. I'm about to go watch some UFC or some basketball or something, dude. No, we put in a pretty good stream today. I'm going to be live tomorrow, too. I don't know about Monday. She's going to have this baby at any time, that's for sure. It's pure protein. Dude, those baby shits, bro, in the beginning, man. Those things are a different form. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see. Let's see, dude. This is a really pretty torch. Let me see if you could. I thought I'd give it a little wave. Trying to hold on to your mom gets back in town and drop this baby out. That baby's going to come when it wants to come. Man, I'm not a big fan of that torch. I want it to open up a little bit more. That might be it for torches. This piece is fucking stupid, dude. If anybody wants it, 150, or else I'm gonna keep this bad boy. It's so awesome with the contrast. Can't stand sneezing. Dude, if she sneezes, there might be a multiple things that happen. A multitude of things that happen. There's definitely gonna be fluid flying somewhere. Possibly multiple holes shooting fluid. There may be a life that is born. Certainly will be sheets that need to be cleaned. Bid is at 150 already, Reef Night. Pizzle's got it. I'm actually paying attention this time. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We're going to get through these summer months, all right? You're going to remember all the steals that you got on the stream. And then in about a month or so, you're going to be like, man, I wish summer came back. I need those good deals. It's called the Purple Haze. Well, you got to bid on it if you want to name it, baby. Well, you did bid on it, but it has to be a bid higher than the original bid. The glitter in it is what's crazy. He says, keep looking. No, I'm looking. I'm looking at Pizzle Reef with the bid at 150. There you go, baby. Let's go. You in the game. You got subbed in. It's a nasty piece. And it's not a little booger either. That thing's dude, really nice. I just don't want to frag it because the rim is so perfect. That one spot's a little bit beat up there from me like picking it up. But it's, man, if you cut it, then you got to wait for that yellow to come back, you know? Fuck that. That piece is nice. Technically, I think this is a mycelium, not a regular chalice. It's not a pectinia. I believe it's a mycelium. Not to be confused with mycelium, which has to do with like mushrooms in the forest. Mycelium. Yeah, I know about all those things. I used to grow a lot of mushrooms. There's a really good book called, is it called Mycelium? Mycelium? This book. I read this book when I was super young. Mycelium Running. And it basically talks about how mushrooms have this interconnected system underneath the ground that is like so vast and crazy. There's studies where mycelium they think is like intelligent, like it could make the fastest pathway through like tunnel systems, and it's just super interesting shit. Mycelium Running. I should go read that again. It's been years. Probably sitting at my mom's house. Oh shit, he wants to have a threesome over here. He said, let's cut it 3 ways. If it was like a Zoe or something, maybe. But dude, cutting one of these, it's going to take 3 weeks to heal. It's going to take 2 weeks to heal, but it's going to take months to get that yellow rim. Get it now, baby. But if you get it as it is, bro, that yellow's just going to keep expanding. It's going to be nasty. Why have a third if you can have it all, dude? Why have a drink of milk when you could have the whole cow at home? You know what I'm saying? And if the good Lord didn't want women to be in the kitchen, why would he naturally put milk and eggs in you? Where's Mike Jones? Figured he hasn't heard that one in a while. $200, let's go. I want to chop those Asian A-cans up, but I don't know if we're going to get to it by the time when Timmy's here next. You know what I mean? Dude, people be selling Asian A-cans for like $200 a head, and I'm over here selling the whole chunks for like $2. Make sure you guys go follow Reef Night over on TikTok, by the way. That's where we found them. Trying to not pass out from laughing at your amazing jokes. It's tough, dude. It's a struggle. It's a struggle 5 days a week for you and everyone that watches. $200. Going once. Let's go. At least what I got going for me is them other streamers are fucking dry as a popcorn fart, bro. Not all of them. Some people are pretty cool, but the one that I got in today, I could literally hear the guy mouth breathing. It was like 5 minutes of the same choral on his phone. Little Debbie got a new snack coming out. It's a bad motherfucker. I was like, geez, dude. So at least I got that going for me. $200 going once, going twice. Let's go. You got it, man. Pizzle, you killed it tonight, dude. I'm not going to lie. You kept the stream going, dude. We would have been out of here. What? We've been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes. We would have been out of here 2 hours ago if you didn't join the stream tonight. You saved the day. Shout out to Pizzle for killing it tonight. Jokes. I'd be here hanging out with you guys even if we were selling Aptasia. All right. Let's give them 3 spins for put another one up for me. I'm done for the night. I'm chilling. I got plenty of corals to take pictures of. I'm going to live a normal man's life for once, all right? For a couple of hours tonight. 3 spins for the big wins. I need you guys to fill that raffle. You fill the raffle, I'll stay live. How about that? It's like 14 spots left. Thank you, Hammerhead. Free A-can. By the way, the A-cans in the farm are looking fucking crazy. I wish they were popping right now. We could do an all A-can stream. What I want to do is I want to do shorter streams right now before the baby comes and it's summertime. And I want to do more posting. I've been slacking. I understand. I'm recharging the batteries, okay? I'm recharging the summertime batteries, all right? You get cabin fever. You finally get a little bit of help. You've been grinding all my life. I've been taking it easy, okay? And you guys have been letting me hear it. I understand. I will be going crazy. You know that this motherfucker can't be stopped and work circles around everybody he knows, all right? So thanks for bearing with me. I'll be live tomorrow. I'll do some previews tomorrow just to show what we're going to do. Try to help me fill that raffle. I won't do something so expensive so they fill faster. If you want any Zoe packs, ACAN packs, if you let me choose, I will hook it up. Give me a budget, $200, $300, $400. I promise you I will hook it the fuck up like crazy because we have so much stuff here. That's it for me. Shout out to Jackie one more time for doing all that work in the background. She's been amazing. She's so big right now. It's crazy. Dude, I never seen somebody eat a gyro so fast, dude, today. Damn, dude. You ever seen a 128-pound woman eat a gyro in 5 seconds, dude? Crazy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll make her some crab or something tonight. You guys are the best. I'll be back tomorrow. Gang, gang. Peace.